This pattern, first of all, if you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a subscriber and have been for some time, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the videos. This is a simple little fly and works the world over. It's a version of Rogan's Nymph, and it's just really drab pattern and it works really well on tricky fish. I think it works exceptionally for pin fry, but it also works really well for damsels, which are sort of nearly on the go just now. We're coming up into June, so they'll be starting. But any kind of olive nymphs as well, it's going to work for. But like I say, a very simple pattern to tie. So let's go ahead and tie them. You can tie this in a barbless hook. I tie this in my lock style stuff for bigger fish. I tend to have a bar on it. Quite often I will keep those fish. So in the hook, in the vise, oops, let's check that's okay. Yep, I've got a size 10 B175 Amazon hook, black tying thread. There's really no look to this pattern, but tie it right and it works a treat. Tie it wrong and it looks rubbish. So the first thing I've got is I like the contrast of a dark brown and a black. There is a contrast here, trust me. So this is black pheasant tail. I've just got a generous pinch for the tail. What I'll do is I'll catch that in and I'll get an idea of where I want the tail to be. About there, I reckon. And then tie down to it. So there you go. That's your tail. Keep your body nice and even at all times if you can. I've then got some, this is olive flexifloss, the same colour as you would use for your olive apps, and you want to tie that in just behind the ukai and then stretch the buggery out of it. Stretch, just makes the body a lot thinner. Stretching down to your tying in point. I'll then get rid of this little tag end here. See if I can keep that out of the way. I've then got this is a dark brown Davy Watton SLF. Dibbing, nice and fine. You can see there, really nice colour. And I want a thin body. So a nice thin dubbing rope. If I just bring that up, you can see just how thin that is. So coming back down to your tying point, nice thin body, tiny smidge more. You're looking for a definite difference in the width of the fly for the thorax and the body. So with my floss, nice and tight. 1, 2, 3, 4 is about right, and then lock off that flexi floss. Like I say, as a general nymph pattern, this takes some beating. I see a lot of nymphs with fancy tags, and I'm guilty of it as well. Sometimes they work, but the basics can be a treat. So thorax cover, again black in, back in, losing it. And I'm going to tie this in thick end first. You'll see why in a second. So there's the butts hanging over the eye. And then just spread the fibres over the top of the hook shank. Like so. And with your scissors. And snip that. So we've got to create a bulbous thorax area. Start behind the eye. A little bit more. That's better. And then just in front of the eye, you've got to do a couple of turns there. Bring your cover up and over. 2 locking turns, actually probably 3 or 4, nice and tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then come up, don't worry about your thread, because your thread's got to be solid. Come up behind the thorax, get a couple of wraps behind that, and then you got to pull all this back. And that creates the bulbous forehead area. Then with your finishing tool, what you can do here is get a little bit of, I'm unprepared, just leave it, I'll show you how to do this quickly, and get my varnish ready. So, whip finish, there, you see my thread there, get a little bit of varnish on the thread, and just pull it in, that's it. You can tie this with a little bit of weight in the thorax as well, a couple of laps of red, and then just come in and trim. And there he is. I'll pull a little bit of the, you can see why that does well for damsels, for beasties, nymphs, basically anything fishy. That's your contrast Rogan's nymph. I really hope you enjoyed that, folks. If you did, please be kind enough to subscribe to the channel. Take care, and bye bye.